side, so it is going to be not a whole lot of utility, actually. We see Ailey, the lone player. Look at this aggression that's come out from EYESports. They've gone all the way around the back. The only problem is the exact same has come out from Secret. They've just gone barreling onto the site. They already know there's going to be players flanking. Notka is waiting for this. Is it going to be caught out? Oh, shot from Party. Reactions there to find the kill. Vilga, however, will trade 2 back, leaving it into an advantageous situation for the T side. Still a 3v2. Vilga finding another one. Party, she found a nice headshot to start, but it's going to be Zaz finding it to finish.
And Vilga with 3. So Team Secret leaving no question where they want to go. And that was a straight-up brawl between the two teams, really. In the end, it comes down to aim and the right timing in those situations. You can't really say, okay, well, this and that team played way better. But the round is on the board, and that's what counts.
Yeah, for sure. And we actually see Candy already starting to save up for that AWP. We know how impactful it was on the first half, although she was very, very convincing with the rifle as well. And where you look at the actual buy that's coming in at the moment, we see 3 SMGs, a couple of rifles once again. So rifles sort of there to back up those SMGs as the SMGs try and make as much money as possible going into this one. But yeah, so far the damage is pretty spread across either side. And we know how deadly these pistols can be.
Yeah, especially if the terrorists happen to walk in a trap like that. You know, they will feel out the map though. They're going for some A control, and I think they should be able to spot the stack on the B bomb side. On the other side, you can fake you have a stack on a side and then go for the different. So if Cindy had more HP, we played the what if game now, but if she had more HP, she could go for kind of a defensive peek, so it's not as obvious. But, well, I think usually you have a stack on one side and the one player that is holding the other side tries to get some information. Now Cindy is trying to get some kills instead, which is working quite fine for her. Nikki with a reply, however, so it's a 4v4. And Team Secret will plant the bomb. Now it's Nopka farming some money and some kills.
Yeah, she's going to want to make her confidence up here because obviously after the first map she was a bit down in the dumps. Could have made a huge difference if she'd stepped up alongside. Obviously a very close game in the end, but it will be the round going in for Team Secret once again. Just pistols in play here. Of course, you can't always bet on them, although in the first matchup we did see how effective they really can be with plenty of force buys paying off. But, well, this is the other thing. Like, you talk about the side of, like, starting on the CT side so that you can, like, build in. You say, oh, we need this many rounds.
Yeah.
The only problem is that we saw the fact we were talking about mentality in terms of EYESports. I'm hoping that it won't happen, but you never know. If they keep getting run over, like, it could get to the point where even if they get onto their T side with 4 or 5 rounds, they're 2 down in the dumps to actually come back.
Yeah.
Say that for either team, really, but, well, aggression galore coming out so far. Chien going to find one with a pistol. Actually, almost getting another pistol kill there, up close and personal, but it will be shut out as Giuliano and Nikki find the kills. It is going to be a 2 versus 4. Vilga low on HP, but Zaz is going to be the first point of contact. Nice headshot to make her low, but she'll find one straight back onto Cindy. And Party now, last player left alive, 1 versus 4.
Yeah, she's going to be spotted by Zaz in no time, or at least Giuliano is going to see her. And, I mean, what are the odds for Party? She's looking for an exit frag. Now she's getting spotted. Giuliano catching a lot of damage here. But Zaz steps in. More money in the bank for the terrorists. 3-0. Basic mop-up work has been done. They only lost 5 players on the course of 3 rounds. So their money is looking very strong. On the CT side, we have the first AWP on Candy.
Yeah, it's actually going to come straight in. No surprise as she did save up for that very weapon, but there's a hell of a lot for her to actually do here. Looks like she's going to be going over towards that B site, a very common position. As said, either site can be well played with the AWP, but here we go, holding the angle. Going to go a little bit aggressive, using those newfound stairs to sort of give her a little bit of an angle, but either way, it's not the best. But here we go. Early push does give her a little bit of map control and can actually give information as well, because the A push is already starting to begin. 2 players are there, a little bit more heavily, well, defended than sometimes expected. You can have only 1 player over towards that site, but nades are going to be the real problem here for EYESports. They have next to none.
Yeah, Cindy's going for a second peek just to see if the terrorists were coming after her, and nobody was there, but now they are coming her way. Nikki with the kill. And Party is in there, and she has to pull way back into the bomb side. The terrorists have Nopka going for the backstab play, the happy play on drop zone. She lets the CTs rotate, and then she's coming in. In the meantime, Saz has captured the little room already. Vilga with a headshot onto Party. The CTs are falling piece for piece. It's going down the drain, but Jen and Ailey hold on to it. Now it's only 2 players left alive. Candy is one of them, and she has the AWP to retake against 3 players. Insane and impossible. So Team Secret with the 4th round. That was, I think, a really good read. They knew EYESports will probably buy an AWP and stack 3 players at B, at least. So, sturdy play by them.
It was a bit unfortunate there, because Ailey ended up reloading with 19 bullets still in the clip, which is a little bit of an overhaul there, as she is so close to all those players. It was almost plausible in a way that you'd expect players to push her there, but either way, it's nothing they can do now. It's reset to pistols once again, and the roll is starting to begin as we see Vilga push in. Already some aggression coming out with those SMGs as they make their money, and it's not looking like a very good start to this map anyway. But Ailey, nice headshot to find one back. It's not too bad now, actually.
Yeah, they keep feeding her. That 4 HP push by Vega was a little over the head, but who cares? Nopka gets 2, and she's really building up some momentum. Some 7 kills here, leading her team. 5-0 in favor of Team Spirit. Team Secret. How did it come up with Spirit there? EYESports, on the other side, have their 2nd buy round. Candy with the AWP again, and this time around, they have a 2nd AWP on Cindy.
Yeah, we know what's on your mind now. Clearly some spirits. But we are going to see, the secondary AWP coming in. I'm looking to see whether they'll actually find the pick here. Giuliano is back on that AWP, but not going to be finding that first pick, and actually going for a bit of a re-peek here, which does have its risks about it. Nade going to do a little bit of damage, but not anything too major just yet. And, well, you can already see this time is probably the first time we've seen 2 teams or both teams with a full buy, so no economic drought happening yet. But you look at the scoreline and Team Secret, they're off to that start that they wanted on the first map.
Yeah, definitely. And on top of that, they are on the, so to speak, slightly stronger side, so everything is working for them. EYESports have to figure out what the terrorists want to do, because the A bomb site has been the weakness. Team Secret is probably going to stick to it until it fails, and then maybe we can see a premature B push by them just to keep the CTs from stacking A too heavily. And EYESports figure out that, well, the silence has been too strong on B. Let's rotate rather than be too late. Jen is there trying to help her teammates out. Party in that cheeky little corner. Cindy steps up. Party with some good damage onto Giuliano. She gets finished off by Jen, and it's a 2v4.
Yeah, Saz, well, at least wants to do some damage in this round, and she's doing just that. She finds 2 frags, getting herself towards that site as well. She actually gets herself a 3rd. Big plays from Saz. A 4th kill comes in, and now she's in a 1 versus 1. The only problem, the main thing that's against her, is the time. 15 seconds left. She's got to make her way to that bomb. Really, the only way I think she can win this is with the frag, and it's almost going to happen, but it will get closed out by Jen. Almost, I think, the first ace of the tournament so far, and that would have been a pretty crazy way to do it. Zaz showing us why she is considered one of the best players, especially in this tournament, and almost managing to single-handedly win that round. 1 player survives. What was it, 4 versus 2?
Yeah. I mean, Jen staying around at A main. That was so risky, man. The bomb is dropped. She needs to get to the bomb first, and then she needs to run all the way back and plant it. So you have to subtract 4 seconds for the plant anyway. And from 14, you're down to 10. Even making it up the hill takes you at least 3 seconds. Well, that was a little risky. Jen might have won the round anyway, even if she hadn't showed up anymore. And then that spray battle at the end, that was so close.
Yeah, and you almost expect at that point, after so many kills coming in for Zaz, that she would take it. But either way, it's not a good round coming in. Giuliano will start off with a kill onto Candy, who had the majority of the money from her team invested into her to try and find a pick. It hasn't been good for her so far, and that's the thing we mentioned, like that AWP, it is more difficult on the CT side of this map. We expect so much from her already after the first one, but the CT side of Mirage is a completely different ball game. It's a completely different story.
Yeah, luckily they salvaged that AWP and put it in the hands of Cindy. It's just as capable as Candy. And a nice little execution on the B bomb side. Cindy is there, stepping up, getting a really important frag to make it back to a 4v4, but now she's getting out-angled or out-pushed and out-flanked by Nopka and Saz. And, well, as I mentioned her name, she picks up another one. It's Party on her own. She's in a rotation area and she needs to back away and save this Famas.
Yeah, they really don't have any money to play with. Obviously, they just won. Now they're about to lose. That is a complete reset. $1,400 will be the money going into their bank account. And you have to remember, Zaz made it so costly for them in the last round by getting 4 kills, almost getting a 5th as well.
Yeah.
And it's just a horrible scenario. Giuliano going to be on that AWP. And they are starting to look like the team we expected to see. Very, very dominant, pushing into the site as a team, taking picks, trading very effectively, and ultimately just outplaying their opposition. And in this scenario, like the last time I saw them play a Cobble, they were just rushing in. This time they have smoke setups. They look ready for this team, pushing players out of position, holding angles against Candy because they know she likes to peek. It's looking like a very well-rounded T-side so far from Secret.
They are paying the right amount of respect to EYESports now, which they, in my opinion, failed a little bit, especially at the start of Mirage. Now, let's see. EYESports have that one Famas to kill them all, drag them into darkness, and bind them forever. But I don't think that's going to happen, to be honest. The terrorists will take it slow. They expect a trap. They expect some stack going on.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, that there's 2 ways to play at eco round. One is to go very aggressive. The other is to try and stay passive and stack a site. However, when you see 3 players on a site, normally you consider maybe that's a stack. On Cobblestone, it really isn't. That's sort of the norm of this game, the meta of what you expect from this map. And, well, Zaz, she's just having none of it. Walks into the site, finds 2 instant kills. We already see a 3rd come in. Nopka will go down, but it's not really too much for Candy at this stage, and we're actually going to be seeing a pause called in. Not sure if that's due to a technical issue or tactical, but we will have to just wait and see on that point.
Yeah, I hope it's tactical, just because EYESports needs a tactical pause. Nobody needs technical pauses. And, well, they just need to talk about what's going wrong, how to contain Saz, how to hold down the sites. And if you have that really bad start on Cobblestone, it's so hard to really figure out what's going wrong, because you usually already have 3 players on the B bomb side to cover it. If you fail to hold it, what are you supposed to do? Put 4 players in there, okay. But then your opponent's going to figure that out really soon, and then they're going to push A, or they abuse drop zone because that's weakened. And then you're left with, oh no, now we have to stack A, but we have to stack B at the same time. What are we going to do? And that is putting them in a really rough position. They're definitely still calm and settled, but not really happy anymore.
Yeah, we're not seeing the same smiles that we saw on the previous. It's much more a face of despair. I think they do have their manager giving them a little bit of advice, possibly spotting out some of the problems. I do feel like, well, the main point of deadliness, I suppose, has been over towards that plat, where we've seen just Zaz having a free roam. It's sort of like the old Olive Meister, where he used to just walk in, go bang, bang, bang. Like when things weren't working, they just went, hey, Olive, do you want to kill everyone? And he went, yeah, I suppose. Come on, guys, get in my backpack. I will take you over the line. But that's what's happening at the moment. Like, Zaz is just going, okay, so if I go this way every round, I will get a guaranteed 2 kills. The main thing for me is, firstly, Candy needs to step up. Like, we haven't seen her do too much with that AWP. Even if it's not going that aggressive, you don't have to go up the stairs. You can play statue, play chicken heart. There's plenty of places that are still very effective with an AWP. The other thing is counter nades. They need to be throwing, say, a Molotov or a flashbang or something. But the main problem they've had, and you can see it again, their economy just doesn't allow that. It's
a downward spiral, and they can't get out of it. Now, as you said, one way to get out of it is maybe an individual stepping up like that and just winning the round single-handedly, and then giving them the economy so they can work with it in the next rounds. Let's see if that's going to happen anytime soon. They changed their setup slightly. Cindy and Jenna holding, Cindy and Party are holding different angles on the A bomb side, while the rest is lined up on the B bomb side in their default position. So it's Team Secret feeding out both sides of the map. Two players going for A long together with a bomb carrier. And Giuliano and Nopka just holding B at the moment. So basic work by the terrorists, gathering some map control. 55 seconds on the clock, so they're approaching the deadline to make their move.
Yeah, we sort of expected the fact that they would make a little bit of presence known. The flashbang going to be thrown in. However, Giuliano is there to cover. Would have been a nice, easy frag if she hadn't rotated over. Of course, Zaz is going to walk in and find another headshot. Cindy is down and out, and look at Nopka's position. I actually like this. They're using her as a lurker, which is perfect for a stand-in player. You basically do your own thing. You do whatever you want to do, and then the rest of the team play as a unit. And although she gets taken down here, Ailey's going to be the last one left alive as the 4 core push onto that site and demolish the opposition.
Yeah, if your 2 A defenders can't pick up any frags, the bomb site is lost before you can even start to rotate, and then you face a harsh reality of having to retake against 4 or 5 players on the A bomb side from those 2 tiny choke points at balcony and at the door. That's never going to happen unless you have some really big luck or some really sick skills. And neither of that is the case for EYESports at the moment. They look like a completely different team, and it's their map pick.
Yeah, I do have to say it does. But it could come down to the fact that they just had the first. Well, no, they had the second pick, didn't they? I suppose, yeah, maybe that's the fact that they would have picked Mirage.
and then they
were like, choice. Oh, well, what do we want, Cobble or Train? I suppose we'll go with Cobble. And it hasn't worked out for them. That seems to be the case at the moment. Obviously, if they can get to, say, 4 or 5 rounds, there are teams like Na'Vi who that is enough for on that T side. If they can go aggressive enough and find enough, right? We know that their Mirage T side, they got 7 rounds. That's pretty damn convincing. So
yeah.
Their T side isn't a problem. The real problem is at the moment their CT side is just not living up to standard. However, we will see a frag come in. It's not going to last very long though, as Nopka actually manages to find 2 with the Glock, which, well, she is only using a Mac 10, but that's still pretty impressive. Nikki a little bit slow to react there, but we'll find the kill as Ailey manages to trade 1 back. But either way, it's 1-8, and it's looking like it's about to be 1-9.
Yeah, what is Ailey supposed to do with that Mac 10? She can probably take Nikki down if she was to contest her, which is probably not going to happen. And then she's going to walk into the crossfire. So EYESports really have to focus on both bomb sites right now. What can you do? I would suggest a counter boost in drop zone, because you also have to get rid of that lurk player. In case they go for A, they always have lurking, most often from the drop zone. So Nopka has to be taken down at the start of the round. And then dig in deep on the A bomb side, let them commit, just stay on the site itself, on the balcony. Let them run in there, and then go for the rotation so you have some help around.
Yeah.
Because at the moment they are holding those aggressive angles, they go down, the terrorists warm in the bomb site, it's lost. So that would be some obviously, with the map and with all of our information, that would be the cause that could be changing the game.
Well, that's what you need your coach to notice, like come up with some alternate strategies and give you that oversight that he has or she has. But we are going to see the push coming in. We've already seen a bit of damage done to Vilga, who's down to just 18 HP, and Cindy actually picking up the AWP this time. So possibly a mixture of 2 things, the positional play, but Candy's going to be up close, going to get taken down. Ailey actually in a decent position, holding close. I'm not sure if they know where she is. She's still around this position and not going to find the second kill. We see Nopka and Nikki actually find 2 back. So an early advantage quickly falls for EYESports, and now, well, they're being slowly damaged down. The AWP of Cindy will go pushing through the smoke and get close and personal, but you can see this is smart from Team Secret. They're not doing their other mistakes we saw with aggressive peeks. They're playing passively. Now they'll peek out, take both kills at once. That is what you call team play.
Yeah, it didn't look too bad at the start with Party picking up those 2 kills, but what I kind of realize right now, the B defenders always have the same positions. Candy's always on the stairs. Party's always kind of next to her, either at the tree position or at the hole in the wall. And then they have one in drop zone. They have to switch it up. And now they switch it up, but it's an eco round, of course. So let's see. Maybe they can... No.
Well, the other thing to really mention is, so what, Candy, the 33, 34 kills in the last game?
Yeah.
So far she has 1.
Yeah.
That is the complete, well, that is basically the definition of a flip-flop player, like a player who can step up maybe on her favorite map. Maybe she's the Smiths of Mirage, or Dust 2 as it is in his case.
That bird.
Yeah, but it is just the case where, like, there are some players who are very, very good on individual maps, and the 2 statistics we had, for like the statistics used, were both from Mirage, and we were like, yeah, she 30 bombed on Mirage. Let's see what she does on Mirage. Go on to Cobble, and it's like she's, well, like her little brother has started playing or something. Like somebody else has just sat in and is trying to play that AWP. It's not working, and well, she does have the double up back in play, but. Well, unless they win all the last 3 rounds, even on a very T-sided map, this is running way out of control.
Yeah, would you think they have a chance if they win the 3 last rounds?
3 last rounds on the pistol, and yeah, I think it's plausible.
With the pistol, yeah.
But just the 3 rounds and the pistol goes the other way, you're basically working with 2. Maybe Na'Vi could do it, but they are the best T-sided Cobble team, well, in my eyes anyway, and that's just how they play the map. But here we go. It is going to be both teams with a full buy. The nade's still lacking a little bit with 3 players with none on that CT side.
But 2 orbs at least, so maybe that's going to favor them a little bit. They have some more firepower on the A-bomb side. One of the many weaknesses they already showed to Team Secret, and EYESports is going for the quick rotation, so they have 3 players around already. Now, as I say it, obviously Ailey is going back to B.
And that rotation could actually be very costly, as the T's have got a completely other idea. They're going in here. Nice shot from Cindy. She'll start out. An off position from Party will actually catch the next frag. And it does mean it's now in a 3 versus 5. So finally, they may have woken up, smelt the coffee, and they're trying to make a little bit of an impact in this round at least. But there's still more to do. Juliana will manage to trade back 1. But now she's going to have to trade back 4, as she is the last player left alive. Money's not going to be a problem, but she will fall.
Yeah, so EYESports will get that double orb set up. Now they go for 3.
Every player was over 10 grand at the start of that round from the T side.
They could go for 3 orbs as well.
They could go for 5. SK actually did that on Mirage during the major, and they won the round. And I was just kind of looking at it like, damn you, SK.
I've seen something like that at a different league I casted with 4 orbs, but it was in the middle of the game. They happened to have enough money, and they went for 4 orbs, and they kept it alive, and they kept winning rounds with that. That was insane.
God. Well, we have that orb moving position. It has gone over to the chicken hut, but burning alive, and this has completely fallen apart. And this is what you call a worst case scenario. You now have 1 player left after you've just won a round, and well, it's looking like Zaz is even going to try and go for a little bit of BM here. This is just uncalled for. They're trying to go for the knife. Nikki has other ideas, but Zaz, not only she doesn't want to kill all of her team or all the opposition, she wants to crush them. She wants to make them feel unhappy going into that 3rd map, and you can see she's looking a little bit less angry now. Still doesn't look happy, but she doesn't look as angry.
Yeah, she does. But yeah, the terrorists quickly realized, well, we are working against at least 2 orbs. So what do? We rush. And we are going quick.
Look at the buy.
Yeah, now they're going for the P2, I always want to
P90.
call it P290. The P90. Candy and Jen are doing a good job here. Jen with a 5-7, in fact. Nopke, the stand-in, doing some work for the terrorists. Now at 4v3, though. Ooh, all of a sudden, Nopke is stepping up again. She's doing a very good job on Cobblestone. It seems like she's the contrary to Candy.
Yeah, it's like they've switched places in this map. We have seen a big step up from her. However, a lot of damage has been done so far in this round. The FAMAS could make a big difference, but run around the roses as we see 1 player push back into the smoke. That's Nopka. She's managed to go all the way around, but doesn't manage to get the 2nd kill. The defuse will come in, and, well, the scenario isn't quite as bad, but it's still pretty damn horrible at the moment.
Yeah, they can walk, but at the moment they're more humping, like pulling the leg, limping around, just like a wounded animal. They try to reach out for everything they can grab and hold on to it. Now we've got a lot of focus here for Team Secret. They They know, okay, we've got this round, this map in the bag. We just have to close the bag and take it with us home. The shopping spree is going to be successful. So we are going to see if EYESports can open up the bag and rob a few of those things out of there. They definitely need to win the pistol, as you already said.
Yeah, and the other thing to mention is that the last map in this series is Train, which I would, if I was going to compare it to either of these maps, it would be closer to Mirage. So you never know. Obviously, the ore pit plays a massive factor. You also have a very CT side of it. Economy is huge, so it may play into that favor. But you have to look at the difference in maps, how close the last was. But here we go. Nikki going to be up close. No fear, gets taken down because of it, and the split is actually going to move over towards that site. Normally, you put the bomb over towards the A-long position just because it can get caught out here. But Vilga, she's going to have so much to do, but there is the bomb. She's dropped it. Managed to give herself a little bit more time. We already see Zaz finding another. Will break the vent to almost draw the players towards it. But either way, it's going to be a 3 versus 3, and the bomb is going to be planted.
Very good play by Vilga, delaying that or her own death. Now nobody's going to delay the death of Zaz and Nopke. It's Juliana alone against 3, and she gets shut down by Candy, who finally found her mouse.
Yeah, turned it on. Maybe it's a wireless mouse. Did you know that? I think it's Sick uses a wireless mouse.
Really?
Yeah. And he is, as his name suggests, he is a monster, so...
Maybe he's got a low sense, so he needs all the space he can
just
get.
Like starts rubbing it on his face and stuff, like around his body. I don't know, but he's still a million times better than me. So maybe I should try a wireless mouse.
Yeah, you talked about your mouse already. You weren't happy with your own.
Yeah, I think it's just me sucking. But either way, Nopke up close with the 5-7. We know what damage this can do. They only have one rifle to back up, and look at those headshots coming in. She definitely has changed from the last map. Maybe just feeling a little bit more comfortable on Cobblestone. The lug player of Party will do her job perfectly, stopping the flank. But it's got to be more than this. Giuliano, masteress of the CZ. Zaz with the Deeg. And it's going to be a 2 versus 2.
Yeah, Cindy already makes it a 1v2, and now she's going to plant the bomb. If only she was one step away from exposing her head to Giuliano by kneeling down. That would have been quite risky. Giuliano put some more damage in Cindy, but that's not going to be enough. 4 kills for her. A lot of money in the bank now. EYESports will win the 2 rounds. Now they have to win 1 mandatory round on top of it.
Nopke, the stand-in, is currently top fragging. So definitely a switch around from the previous. Nice work coming in from her. Obviously, everybody is at least even on their scoreline for kills, so not really having a troubling time in the frag department. But we are going to see what looks like a speed-up play again from the T side, rushing over towards this stack. All 5 players are here. They have got to be careful as we see these crossfires coming in. That's already 2 kills with the pistols. Now the push comes. It's continuing. They're making this very, very costly already. Even if they don't win, Vilga with the UMP will be taken down. And, well, finally it looks like some normality has been brought back to this round. But a lot of damage, a lot of cost. And Giuliano's still alive.
Yeah, and she can be so dangerous. The USP is putting a lot of damage onto Party, but in the end, it's the eye candy, the EYESports player coming out on top of that one. 6-12 now. The Russian squad close it down a little bit, but now we are going to see what Team Secret are made of on the CT side.
Well, that's the thing. So far, it has just been pistol and follow-up. We haven't actually seen them with the buy. No AWP onto Candy. Hasn't had the same impact as the first map, but here we go. It is going to be quite a bit of utility, actually, for the CT side, considering how things went. They obviously got a lot of kills along the way. But here we go. It's going to be another setup towards B. 2 players currently over towards A, so this will be less than telegraphed. And the rotation still not being made here, so not expecting it to come in. But there's Zaz once again, only managing to find 1, though. This time, the trades need to be coming in, and the rotation's only just now starting to be made as the bomb has just been spotted. It's going to be planted, but this rotation is a little bit too slow for my liking. However, the players are actually surviving on the site.
Yeah, and Nikki got herself really deep in the side already without being spotted. Nopke putting down Jen. Now Nikki comes up big. 2 frags for her. Now she gets put down by Candy, who picked up 2 frags already. She's getting pushed by Vilga. and the CT will win that fight. Team Secret win the first rifle round, and that is definitely looking bad for EYESports.
I just heard what it means now. So like it goes da-da when you defuse.
Yeah,
Like exactly like the plant.
indeed.
That's yeah, that is pretty much an anti-ninja defuse strategy right there. But
why would the bomb beep if it gets diffused? As if it was
I
made to be
suppose because you're
diffused.
pushing the
Yeah,
code
but
in.
the beep is when he gets it out and gets it ready to punch in the code.
Yeah, I don't know. Either way, they've added that in. That's a new thing there. Team Secret, they get away with that round as well. It just was clearing out the positions. Like they got the bomb down comfortably, but they didn't actually kill any of the players on the site. And the punishing factor there was Nikki just demolished them over on that position. Of course, the T's are coming back in. If they can win this, it may actually help them get a few more rounds back. But Nikki again, 2 frags to start off the round. Not going to make things any easier for the T side.
Yes, Cindy and company are crammed in between the CTs. They're trying to fight their way out, but Giuliano is their stopping way. There goes another one for Giuliano. A 1v3. Well, it's not going to be over after this one, but it's, well, it's getting closer to being over.
Yeah, well, why not? Through a smoke and a door, we see the kill come in, the final kill of the round. And, well, I'm going to be honest here. This should be next to nothing coming in for the buy. This is going to be a really harsh round for the EYESports side, and I don't really see too much of a way back into this one.
Me neither, actually. That's even I like making cases for the team that's behind, so it makes it look closer. And then, you know, I think Karma is listening, and then Karma is thinking, well, okay, it sounds reasonable to me to make it a draw and give it an overtime. But it really, there's nothing that I could see or make up for EYESports right now, especially if you look at positions like Saz now, even though she's only getting 1 frag.
Oh, that flash. How has she not seen the player in the corner?
Oh.
That's a big misplay from Notka there. Didn't spot the player to her right. I don't know if that's down to playing 4-3. I don't know, whatever excuse she can come up with there, but it's still going to be okay as Vilga finds a frag back. It's going to be a 2 versus 1. Cindy has been the best player on this map, at least, and was pretty convincing on the previous, but let's see if she can make anything of this round. Of course, the crossfires are there. Giuliano has switched to an AK. They're going to be spotting her out soon. Individual duel, though, gives her the position, gives her a chance. 13 HP, 1 versus 1. Vilga going to be looking for this frag and not going to find it. Cindy manages to clutch.
That was really surprising.
Yeah.
Karma did listen, and Karma thought, well, screw this guy. I got to show him what I'm capable of. Man, okay. EYESports is maybe not necessarily back in the game, but at least they are in the half now. So they kick the door open. They just have to go through it. Team Secret with the P250s, a deal for Nikki. Nokia going for a flash. So another 4-man stack, 4 player stack on the B bombs. And now 5. Nikki joining them. And EYESports with a good read. Our awesome production crew make it visible even more, and that is really cool. I like that feature. That's one of the features I really like the most, that you can draw on the map. I think that update was quite cool, but the rest, I don't know. So the CTs are coming back to the bomb side. Good crossfires by the terror so far. Candy putting up a lot of damage, but she gets killed by Giuliano from behind. As so to speak, double wave retake by the CTs.
Yeah, they've actually managed to do quite a bit of damage here as well, as Party now manages to find 2 kills but goes down to 6 HP. Giuliano also has a Galil in her midst as well, so we'll see whether or not she can do anything with it. The spray is wild, but she will find the kill eventually with the headshot. Spray going to be coming in again, and they find one more. Now Ailey is going to be left all alone. She's got to find 2 players here. This is not a round they could afford to lose. Coming in from behind is Giuliano, but it does look like it's just going to be the pistol and no time.
Yeah, and Ailey is going down. Oh, Giuliano goes down as well. Well, but she picked up 3 frags in a round where they didn't have too much to work with, so I guess that's okay at least. But she could have saved the weapon on top of it, and that would have helped her team even more. Well, EYESports with 1 more round, even though it was a real struggle. I'm not really sure if that... It's not convincing enough for me.
No, even on easy rounds, or what you consider to be easy rounds, rounds where they should be taking it home, They should be making big plays. They should be cleaning out house. They come down to 1v1s, and well, we already see Vilga. She'll start off the round. However, it will be a quick trade. Not going to make things any easier for the CT side here, as we are slowly seeing momentum switch into the EYESports' favor, but 3 players already around this site. The flank from Giuliano could make a big difference. Jen will find the first frag after the initial engagements, which will mean that we are back into what is a 4 versus 2 as the T slowly clean things up. Again, we haven't really seen that AWP come into Giuliano. She is going to push and find another frag, though, and does seem to be starting to wake up into this one on this CT side. She is making the big plays, coming in from behind, looking for this frag. We'll find it as well. Now we're back into a 2 versus 1. How on earth has it switched this far? Ailey, the last one left alive once again. This time it's not the same sort of scenario, as she has to find both players who have rifles and a kit, and Nopka has found the round.
Yeah, the CTs with a heads-up rotation by Giuliano, they got the backstep ready, they draw the attention away, and then the teammates from within the bomb site do some good work as well. Giuliano just had to be there. I don't know, did she pick up a kill? I can't recall.
Well, in the 4v2 she did. I don't know if she did prior to that.
Yeah.
She got 2 kills on the retake.
Yeah,
so.
And I mean, that is, even if she hadn't picked up the kills, just showing herself and making the terrorists worry about an additional angle that's 180 degrees in the other direction, that's already a really good effort by her. So 15-8, well deserved by Team Secret so far. 7 more rounds to work with until they have to close it out, and it seems like this could be it. Yeah. The bomb rolling around like a ball. Who came up with that idea?
Yeah, that was a pretty horrible way to end that map. Of course, the bomb just being dropped straight out of the window. We actually saw 2 completely different buys. One team went for nades, the other went for straight-up aim duels, and you guessed it, it was Team Secret that went for the aim duels and they won. And that bomb being dropped straight out of the window was just a huge misplay going in. But you can see, still not too happy. Like, they did just win the map, but they've done enough. Of course, they are the favorites. They're the ones expected to be winning this. And now we're going to be going on to train, and well, it depends which team shows up. Are we seeing the EYESports from Mirage, or are we seeing the EYESports from Cobble?
Yeah, and the other way round for Secret. And I think it also goes down to 2 different players. Do we see Candy from Mirage, or do we see Nopka from Mirage, and the other way around on Cobblestone? So it's not really set in stone yet. It's going to be a really tense matchup going forth in the last map. Team Secret against their opponents, EYESports. Be right back in a few moments.